everybody. My name's Mary, and I'm here with Erica. Say hi.
Hello.
And
Where's she?
Griff.
There she is.
Hi.
I'm right here. You guys saw me in the opening.
Here at Humboldt Redwood State Park. So welcome back everyone who was here last week with me, and welcome to all newcomers. So just a little note, if anyone has any questions about the latest on reopenings, the phased reopenings, check out California State website at parks.ca.gov. Alright, so to identify the tracks of this week's animal, we can't count the toes, we can't tell or look to see if it's got claw marks, we can't measure it or sort of note the shape or the size. We can't do any of the things we normally do to identify a track, because this animal doesn't have any of those things. It does have a foot, however, a single foot. Can anyone tell me which animal they think that is? Thanks, Erica. Erica, I guess, thought you needed another hint. If you don't know by now, it is the Pacific banana slug. So that's a slug that is native to the cool, moist forest floors of the Pacific Northwest. Now, most people think that the banana slugs are yellow with maybe a few black spots, but actually they come in a variety of colors. They could be whitish or greenish or brownish. Thanks, Erica. Or greenish or pinkish or reddish, all sorts of colors, and it kind of depends on their state of health and how much light or moisture that they get and what they're eating. Thanks, Erica. Now, these banana slugs are getting harder to find in the summer here at Humboldt Redwood State Park. As it gets warmer and drier, they're trying to avoid that, so they come out mostly at night. But like other nighttime active animals here at the park, they'll leave a trail behind. So what kind of trail do you think a one-footed animal might leave that's crawling around on the ground?
What kind of trail?
Well, you very well may ask, Erica, what kind of trail? Actually, a slime trail. So as they move along the forest floor, they exude. So this is a picture by Kim Cabrera, the bear tracker. I'll give you her info later on. And you know, I get a lot of my information from her, and she took this photo. We couldn't get an actual slime trail, but most of you probably know, you've probably seen snail trails in your garden, probably, when you don't want to see it. Difference between slug trail and a snail trail is that a snail trail will be discontinuous with like breaks, and a slug trail is going to be continuous. So that's something to tell the difference. Anyway, so
Kim says they're called slime trails.
All right, thanks, thanks, Kim. Anyway, we could follow these trails, but the banana slugs themselves actually will follow these trails to find maybe a friend or maybe even a mate. So these trails are used for a lot of different purposes, but enough of that for now. Let's get rid of that. All right, so you probably think, what good are these little teeny tiny slimy sticky little guys? What must a giant redwood tree think about these animals as it looks down on the forest floor? You know, what use are they? Well, actually, they are incredibly important to the forest ecosystem. They are what's known as decomposers. So, as they move silently and slowly along the forest floor, they're actually munching on all the dead organic material. Here in the redwood forest, we call it duff. D-U-F-F. See? As they move through there. So that's made up of moss and dead plants and leaves and animal droppings. But I hear that they actually like mushrooms the best. So here's another photo by Kim showing the tooth marks on a mushroom by a banana slug. So they don't have teeth per se, but they have what's called a radula, which is a tongue-like organ covered with lots of tiny little teeth that they use to kind of scrape and rasp on their food. All right, so what happens is once they munch on all this organic material, what comes out is really nutrient-rich fertilizer. So that's pretty cool. And so what happens is this is used by the living plants to grow and develop. And then, let's say, the redwoods grow bigger, then they shed more leaves, which these little tiny guys go around and eat, and they produce more fuel for the redwoods. And this goes round and round and round the cycle in perfect harmony. So basically, what does a redwood see when it looks down on these tiny little creatures? I think it sees a friend and also an important member of their community. See, now the redwood provides the slug with food and shade and moisture, and the slugs provide the redwoods and all the other living plants in the ecosystem with nutrient-rich fertilizer, and it makes them both really happy. So you have a happy forest in perfect balance and harmony. So a few other things before we go. You might be wondering, maybe, why I'm down here on the ground, forcing Griff to lay on his belly as well to take these photos, take this video. Actually, the title was Putting in Dirt Time. That's not actually what I'm doing. That is a term by trackers, which means putting in practice so you get good. Actually walking those trails, going through those bushes and brush, really looking for those tracks, and just putting in a lot of practice time. That's actually not what I'm doing. Thinking about that kind of made me think about, when was the last time I actually got down right here close to the ground and really looked? When I was a kid, maybe you too, I spent hours on my belly just looking, spending an hour looking at the blades of grass in front of me. So I have an activity for you if you'd like to do it. All right, see this? Kind of funky. I made it all rustic for this video, but you could just cut one out of cardboard or something. So this is a square foot. Now, I want you to, if you take up this challenge, think of someplace you want to put it. In your yard, in a park. It actually can just be on a mowed, grassy area like this. You might think there's nothing much there, but I want you then to stand and look at it. Stand and look at it and see what you think. See what you see. Spend 2 minutes, a good 2 minutes, not 2 seconds, but 2 minutes. This is also to develop patience for a tracker. And then get down on your hands and knees and look at it for a good 2 minutes. See if you see anything more. And then actually, if you can, get down like I am on your belly. And even if you have one of these, be sure it comes. And really get in there and look. And if you can, lift up gently to see if there's anything underneath. And I bet you'd be surprised that even in the most bland looking part of the ground, you'll find things that you didn't even know were there, because rarely do you, well, at least I, look down at what's under my feet anymore. I mean, I look all around. I look in front of me, I look above me at the redwoods, and maybe down at a tract. But rarely, like I say, have I gotten down, really down here, and sort of discovered what's beneath my feet. So with that in mind, Griff, Erica, and I are going to say goodbye for this week, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
And let's say hi to some folks yet. Sandra said, poop happens. Kim says happy slugs and left us a bunch of awesome tips like she always does.
Thanks, Kim.
We love us some Kim Cabrera. Joseph Martin from Bimbo says hello. Joseph, we were out there and we didn't see you the other day.
Hi, Joseph.
Deborah says hello. Robin Shorter, whose mom just celebrated a birthday, and we wish her happy birthday on Friday. Or maybe it was Saturday.
Oh, belated.
Darlene, who I've known all my life, says hello.
Hello.
Hello, Darlene. And oh, look, there's me. All right, you guys, so we are going to talk to you again soon. Hopefully you have a wonderful time. And remember, on Friday, I'm going to teach y'all a dance at 3 o'clock right here. So bring your kids, because it's a really fun dance for kids to do. Has one rule, must be done outside. But since it's COVID time, I'm going to let you practice indoors. And then when you get a chance to go outside, you can do the Bio Blitz dance outside. Please like and share this, especially if you know anybody who's interested in tracking, any tracking groups, any kids, because the world is going to be a better place. The environment's going to be protected if kids are going outside and having fun and exploring. So check out Mary's videos. Check out all of our videos at 3 o'clock every day at North Coast, California State Park, North Coast Redwoods. Have a great day.
Bye.